Hello, hello, hello. Welcome again to Bryant's Anime Adventures. I'm your host, Brian Oliver. Once again, I'm answering the call to Anime Adventure, dressed up once again for the second time in a row as Pikachu. Join joining me today is my co-host, the official member of the Bryant's Anime Adventure team, my loving sister, Lauren. How we doing today, Lauren?
Good, Brian. How are you?
Doing
Thank
fine.
you
I
for
know
such a
it's
nice
weird,
intro.
not a problem. I know it is weird us doing it this early because again, last time you was on the show was, if I remember right, was the Stellar Moon episode, and it was done at night.
Yeah, I
But
think you're correct.
as we, as Lauren has been with me ever since the show began, and even then before, so she's been following along with my updates on how I was doing everything. And today I couldn't we go back to the show without having her along for the ride, and especially when this is a topic that we both are fans of, much like Avatar: The Last Airbender, much like Stellar Moon. We are both fans of Pokemon, and to celebrate Pokemon's 25th anniversary. And before somebody says it, yes, I did an episode earlier this year on Pokemon, but I was not happy with the fact that that was so glitchy and laggy that and it was so much I wanted to cover that I wasn't able to in such short time that I decided to go back and redo it as a two-part, covering the things that recently came out, things that we just now learning about the series, and actually talking about some of the episodes that I actually got a chance to watch and sharing with y'all like I did before with the viewers where y'all can find some of these episodes at for y'all to watch because I've been a fan since the beginning, since Pokemon aired in God knows the late '90s, early 2000s, and wow, the series, the games, it's just this series is just like Power Rangers. Everybody thought it was going to be a fad, but it has not ended since it began and continues to be parodied, even having musical guests to do an album because we recently had Katy Perry do a music video featuring Pichu for her song Electric that's on the new Pokemon album. We've had Post Malone do a virtual concert. We've had, oh God, things that I can't even imagine in this universe dealing with Pokemon. From new series to new games to God knows fan created movies. Luckily, knock on wood, no live action movies yet. Because I'm so afraid of what they're gonna do to Avatar: The Last Airbender when they do go live action. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid.
I
Yes,
think
that
they
movie
know the
still
shoes
haunts
they
me.
have to fill for Avatar. I think they know.
I think I think I think so too. And with this being Pokemon, I couldn't be happier to talk to my friend Lauren about it because we both know about the series. We both share memes to each other about it. I saw her clips of because in Japan, and I showed it to Lauren. They did this big Pokemon festival featuring Eevee and Pikachu and doing like jump ropes and oh my god, it was just I never could find out the information for that. I won't say it was to promote the Pokemon Let's Go games that came out on the Switch, which were okay. I'm not I'm not I'm one of the games where I pre-ordered it, but I wasn't happy about it. In the end, some people like them. I bought it for nostalgia reasons because I was a fan of Pokemon. No, my first Pokemon game ever was Pokemon Yellow Pikachu Special Pikachu Edition, and I bought it for nostalgia, just to remember it. But I never, once again, I've never completed it. But when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, ooh, I was so content. It was felt good being in this world again. And as y'all know, as y'all can tell, my favorite Pokemon is the internationally known unofficial mascot of Pokemon, Pikachu, because why not? To the point where I have more Pikachu figures than I have any other Pokemon figure. I think I actually got to date one Charmander figure, which I have here, a Charmander Funko Pop that is that's furry, and I have one Togepi figure that I'm looking at that I bought at a thrift store that has electronic, but the battery thing is so acid corroded that I wasn't able to get it working again. Plus, I don't think they make those photo batteries anymore. So I mean it. But other than that, I got model Pikachu, fat Pikachu. I have kids meal Pikachu.
Mhm.
I have even Lego Pikachu. For some reason, I bought these one day and
Mhm.
thought it was so cute to have. But but I gotta ask my, like, I gotta, because if I keep talking about it, cause, and
Mhm.
y'all had to keep today's one of those days where I'm tired, excited, I'm nervous, cause I, as y'all know, going back to this though was a big deal, but I got the belief of everybody, so I'm nervous. So, but I gotta ask Long, what's your favorite Pokemon?
It's Charmander. I'm very basic. He's just the cutest little warm buddy. I wouldn't evolve him. I would just keep him as my little Charmander.
Hey, I can't blame you. Charmander is, I have to improve. Charmander is a little cutie. I love my Pikachu, but I can't bash any Pokemon that I've seen. There's never been a
Mhm.
Pokemon that I have not liked. Playing through the games, to those that don't know, the games actually started way, way back in the Game Boy era. So for some of y'all ones watching and thinking, oh, Pokemon came out on the Switch, no, 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 no. We had it back in the 90s and on the big blocky Game Boy before the
Mhm.
internet, before
Before
Wi-Fi.
Game Boy Colors.
Yes, you had to be sitting next to a friend with a link cable just to trade Pokemon, just to battle, and we loved it.
Mhm.
We loved it watching the anime. I actually downloaded the Pokemon TV app this weekend to watch some of my favorite episodes, which I'm gonna talk about that later. And I actually rediscovered some music, and I'm going through some of the notes I've written previously, and with some of the games, and I'm gonna name to those that don't know, the game like I said started with Red and Blue, Pokemon Red and Blue, which were back in the 90s, and I count Yellow because every game up until I think it was Pokemon Black, no, Pokemon Ruby, had three series of games. You have Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, Yellow being Special Pikachu Edition that followed the anime, where the other games you face Team Rocket. In these games, you face the actual Team Rocket from the anime, Jesse James, and their Pokemon Ekans, Coffin, and Meowth. And at just like in the series, their Pokemon would evolve. Meowth would never evolve, and sadly, Meowth never got a talking role in that game. He was just treated as a regular Pokemon, unfortunately. Then you have Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, which was followed with Pokemon Johto. You have Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, which is considered the advanced versions since these were all for the Game Boy Advance. You have Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Y, Pokemon X, Pokemon Sword and Shield, which recently came out last year, and then we just been announced three new games, remakes of of the Horn region. One of them is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and then we have a totally open world Pokemon game known as Pokemon Legends, which I have seen clips of, I've seen gameplay footage of. I want both of those games. And I'm hoping that they are better than the Kanto remake that they did for the Switch because I loved them. I just was not happy about them. And of course, there's been a ton of spin-offs, most notably Pokemon Go, which I am Team Mystic all the way. when I,
Mhm.
I
Team
don't know,
Valor.
I got something about Yellow because I'm a Hufflepuff also, so
Mm.
it seems and it seems like Yellow just well, Team Mystic is blue. I'm Hufflepuff and Harry Potter. Pikachu's my favorite, so I gotta love the color yellow. But yet, I'm damn blue follow me too. Cause if I was to choose a tribe from Avatar, I gotta be Water Tribe. Since even though I can't swim, I can at least water bend some. And I mean, the series had a lot of things going on. We actually got tons of spin-off games. The first trading card game I learned how to play was Pokemon the trading card game. And I enjoyed way back to those that some Lauren may remember, and there may be a few y'all that do remember this. Back when
Nintendo
Burger
64.
yes, but way back when Pokemon was coming out, they had Pokemon Days at Burger King, where you can buy the 22-karat gold plated Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, I do remember those.
And I would, and those that know, I was in Taekwondo class, and I'm sorry to say, I missed a couple of classes just to go to Burger King to learn how to play the
Mhm.
Pro card game. Because at the time we had a Burger King not in my hometown, so mom and dad would drop me off there for a little while. I would play the Pokemon trading card game, and I actually had a random adult give me one of the 22K gold plated Pokemon cards. Mom bought one, and then somebody gave me one. And today I still have them. When mom died, I we kept up with everything. Mom's has never been open. Mine was, but I kept mine in a safe spot. And the trading cards, they are worth a ton now. I've actually heard somebody bought a Japan one that was worth I think over 1 million.
Wow.
Even even first edition Charizard has sold for auction for twice this much. So those that keeping up with y'all Pokemon cards and keeping them in good condition, y'all y'all good. Cause I think I lost most of mine when I was little. I lost all of mine. No, I sold mine to buy Pokemon Yellow, and then I started we collect the Pokemon cards, and then they got lost. I'm not gonna talk about what happened. Lauren knows what happened. It deals with my ex. I'm not too pleased about it, and we're gonna leave it at that. I have no ill feelings toward it. One of the things where life happens. I've learned that this year. Life
Mhm.
happens. You get up, have fun, enjoy while you can. And Pokemon has literally helped me because if you watch the anime, you saw Ash Ketchum, Pikachu, Misty, Brock follow Ash on his journey to become a Pokemon master. He battled his rivals. He never gave up. It the series was like Avatar, but it was our Avatar before Avatar was created. You had to follow each episode. You had to see what badge he got. And some even tried to follow the game based on what Pokemon he had. And as always, Pikachu never evolved. I think, and I have heard he was offered to evolve twice, but both times he snapped that thunderstone out of Ash's hand and said, "No, I'm not doing it." And there are a lot of memorial episodes. Now, the ones I have written down are different from what I've done, that what I've watched. Right now, my favorite one I recently watched was the Flame Pokemon-a-thon, because for the first time you saw Ash ride a different Pokemon. He did not use Pikachu whatsoever. It was not a Pikachu focused episode. It was mainly, hey, let me help this Pokemon trainer out. And you saw that you have to trust Pokemon, and Pokemon have to gain your trust also. In this case, Ponyta with burnt ass, and just like that. You saw some moments from Team Rocket, who I know Deadpool was the earliest one to break the fourth wall. But let's face it, Team Rocket was known for breaking the fourth wall in a few episodes too.
Team Rocket
And
was iconic in not just breaking the fourth wall, but also breaking gender stereotypes, especially between Jesse and James. And that's something that I always carried with me, is that it was just so okay for them to constantly switch whatever role that they were doing.
yes, and I mean, I gotta agree with you on that, Lauren. With that being said, you had James wear bikinis and dresses, Jesse wearing tuxedos and suits and everything. You never once saw, they were always together. Yeah, James always told Jesse, hey, that's where you cross the line. We don't do that, and vice versa. And Meowth was always the only Pokemon that could speak English and Pokemon, so he knew what they were saying. But they also was, I don't consider them the main villain, because they would always had the moments where they would try to catch Pikachu, but more times than anything else, they would help them. They would cheer asking them on. Case in point, a Chansey operation where they actually helped save some Pokemon for a moment until they went back to their bad guy ways and tried to steal Pokemon from the
Can
doctor's
we
office.
actually dive into Team Rocket just a little bit more? Because I was reading a bunch of really amazing fan theories about how Team Rocket's not actually the bad guy, like at
Okay.
all. So my brain's blanking on the name of the corporation that is basically fueling the Pokemon economy. But so, what this world does is it takes 14-year-olds who are children, hopefully mature children, but they're children, gives them a Pokemon and says, go out and collect more data for this system. Go out and collect these Pokemon. You've got to get them all. You've got to go to these gyms and you've got to prove yourself. And they made Porygon, a synthetic Pokemon, and they made future generations. And I believe Porygon Z,
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a bit unhinged and problematic. And if you
Right.
think about Team Rocket's statement, it's not an evil statement. It's a statement about to protect the people from, great, now I can't remember their statement, but
I
it's not
remember it.
it's not evil, is it? And so there's a narrative built that Team Rocket is actually a rebel alliance that's trying to overthrow this oppressive, forceful government that is, constricting the rules and, using Pokemon for, evil purposes, creating synthetic Pokemon that become dangerous. And sure, yeah, they're trying to steal Pokemon from people, and that's not good, but they're, part of a revolution, will say, that's not just provided Pokemon. Maybe they come from, poor villages that gets no assistance and they don't have Pikachus at their power plant.
Right. And I mean, honestly, Lauren, that is actually a good point, because watching these episodes and seeing their catchphrase, to those that don't know, their motto is to protect the world from devastation, to unite all people in our nation, to unite the evils of truth and love, to to protect our thing. I forgot it.
Yeah.
To protect our name from the stars of Jesse James. Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light, surrender now or prepare to fight.
Right?
Me, y'all can't fight. I,
Mhm.
can't- I can't help
That's
that.
not the anthem of somebody who wants to, destroy anything. They want to unify their nation. Like, who is their nation? I would
Right.
bet a lot of money that their nation is poverty stricken, neglected, and just trying to survive.
And even then, within the anime series, we always see that Team Rocket had more than times and many united with as in them against the true evil in the series. And some it was Team Magma and Aqua when they were trying to bring the two Pokemon Titans, Groudon and Kyogre. And other times it was to beat the big baddie in a movie, whenever movie that was.
Mm.
And then more time than many, and recently, in some of the episodes I've seen recently, they would cheer Ash and Pikachu on. But Pikachu and Team Rocket, I love how they were. They were one of the ones that I felt bad for. I kind of felt bad for them. When they did not earn a electric stop from Pikachu, I felt bad for them.
Mm.
But when they did, I'm sorry, I had no choice but to laugh. Most notably, Bye Bye Butterfree, where Pikachu hopped on Team Rocket's helicopter and smiled like, "Oh, you know what's about to happen," and they just freaked out, like, "Oh, he
Because
going to get us.
they knew what was going to happen.
He going to get us," and like when anytime you saw Pikachu smile, it was like, "Ooh, you gonna get it."
Mm.
And even at the beginning, you learned that Pokemon had to trust you. It's just like any normal pet. When case in point, my cat Yin Yang, I got her when she was spayed, and she scratched me one time. And I talked to the previous owners about it, and the cat, my cat is part Siamese, and they told me, hey, she probably feel bad about it. So enough, after a while, the cat started trusting me, and Lauren can vouch for me. Yin Yang, she has seen pictures of Yin Yang. That cat, I had trouble getting pictures of her because that cat wanted to rub her head against my leg, and even in the we keep her in a little crate, and we're back at me and my dad when we're coming up the steps to say, "Hey, where's my high five at?
Mhm.
Hey, I know you're supposed to be feeding me, but I want will meow at me like, where have you been at? Cause I came home one day late and still fed him, but still give me that look like, where have you been at? Why have
Mm.
you fed me? Uh, are you gonna let me out of this crate? I need some loving. Come on now." And Pikachu was the same way. If you watch the beginning episode, Pikachu did not trust Ash until later on. And then all of a sudden, Pikachu and Ash became literally inseparable to the point where Pikachu never got into his Pokeball in the whole series. I think, to my knowledge, and I have not seen any of the more recent series, Pikachu has never been in the Pokeball. In the real games, Pikachu was never in the Pokeball. In a in any game following the anime. Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu was never seen in his Pokeball. Unless it was a wild Pikachu. Pikachu always did it. Pikachu when Ash caught a Pokemon. And Pikachu has been is pretty much the national mascot. If you look at any Pokemon trading card commercial, Pikachu is the one showing up. You don't see any other Pokemon, but yet Pikachu is not the most famous. He's the most well known. We all heard the details. Mew, the 151st Pokemon that nobody could catch in the main games. It was a glitch. You had all these other legendary Pokemon. You had shiny Pokemon that were pretty much different color versions of the same Pokemon. But I've learned a lot from the game. I've learned a lot from playing them, from talking to people about them, from battling different trainers, and even seeing some of the competitions. Yes, there are video game competitions out there, and they are intense. They're just like they're pretty much esports, but you, you are actually watching them play the game and play the playing card game, and you get excited about it. And what makes the trading card so good is that Wizards of the Coast, who also makes Magic the Gathering, another card game that I'm actually working on learning, makes the Pokemon trading card. They have given out more trading cards. Last year they gave one some out for Pokemon for a McDonald's promotion, which yes, I work as some of y'all know, I work at McDonald's. And the ones that y'all saw me with, I actually went out my way to go to different McDonald's just to get the kids meal boxes and some of the Pokemon trading cards because we wasn't even allowed to buy the kids meal toys. And that was their thing. We were not allowed to buy the kids meal toys at work. You had to buy the kids meals to get them. At least we was told that. I think I managed to get one, but that was before it was. Oh, you can't buy the kids meal toys. Forgot to tell you that. I bought one, so too little late for that one. So like, but it's like that. It's so much to talk about. You had the music. God, it's Pokemon had a ton of music that's still being played today. You have the 2B Master soundtrack that had a lot. Even Team Rocket has a song on there that proves that they're not entirely evil. Because what anime is going to give an evil character their own theme song sung by the two antagonists of the anime? And I mean, you even saw how much they care for their Pokemon. They never treated their Pokemon like tools. Jesse James always treated Meowth, Ekans, and Coffin, and later on, Arbok and Reason as family. Even in the manga, you find out that Jesse married James. They had a kid. Meowth stuck with him the whole time, and they gave up that life of Team Rocket altogether. They just gave it up. And when I found this out, it made me appreciate them a lot more. That and you always saw that underlying in the anime. You saw it. There was some underlying relationship where you could tell that they deeply cared about each other. Just like you saw that Ash and Misty kind of liked each other. That Brock, Brock just loved any girl he could get a hold to. Nutjoy, Officer Jenny, whatever he could get a hold to. But one thing I can say is Pokemon really helped us as kids. If you have watched anime, everybody said, well, kids can't, there's no good thing that comes out of anime. You don't learn a life lesson from anime. I don't believe that. And I give three anime characters that prove that wrong. One is Aang for Avatar The Last Airbender. He proves that even though it's never too late to achieve your destiny, Aang ran from being the Avatar. But he came back, he was supported by his friends, and even though he could have easily turned around and ran again, he fought and defeated Fire Lord Ozai and well, Phoenix King Ozai to say at the time, and saved the world, and it did find love in time. Even rebuilt Airbender because he had a family of Airbender, at least one of them was, and I love that. Emoto from the Yu-Gi-Oh series taught you to have faith, never to give up. Of course, that if you have faith, everything will go your way. And then you have Pokemon, which taught you he asked was about friendship. Friendship with him and his Pikachu, with his friend Misty and May and whoever side characters. Taught you how to be kind, that you need to be kind to these living creatures because they can help you out too. Even the theme song says, "You teach me and I'll teach you." In the end, that pretty much animals have the ability to teach you things that you didn't realize. I attribute my little house dog, little Mike, who I had for over 10 years, that taught me, hey, you need sometimes it's just best to get outside to play and not sweat the small stuff. And if you don't respect nature, nature will bite you in the ass or scratch you or sting you or wherever. You gotta learn to respect nature and to respect animals. And everybody, one of the big controversial topics was, well, Pokemon is animal abuse. No, you never once saw Ash be mean to Pikachu. Pikachu only saw Ash when one, it was an accident, or B, when Ash gave the command. And even then, half the time, Ash was in the wrong place at the wrong time, or Pikachu didn't realize, yeah, my Pokemon trainer is covered in water. Maybe I shouldn't shock him. And he always was apologetic by it. And I mean, we even had, and I keep mentioning that, I keep forgetting, we actually had a live action Pokemon movie, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, and we actually had him voiced by Ryan Reynolds, who played Deadpool of all people. And it was awesome.
It was a very
Hollywood,
well done movie.
it was the Hollywood. I take back. You got 1 point from what you did, because that was a good movie. I still won't forgive you for the last Airbender though. No, and I still won't forgive you for. Let's see, you still got two more movies I can't forgive you for. Dragon Ball Evolution and the Netflix adaptation of Death Note. I can't forgive y'all for those three. So you got one right. Let's see what you do with Sonic the Hedgehog, and let's see what you do with this new Super Mario Brothers movie that coming out. Cause y'all got Chris Pratt playing Mario, so that may help y'all. But it's been a ton of stuff with Pokemon. We've had so much that the reason it this is the reason it's gonna be a part two, because it's so much to cover within it that I can't go through it all. The spin-off games, I remember playing Pokemon Stadium. And me and my cousin had it, and I loved it. And Pokemon Stadium actually allowed you to play Pokemon on the N64 using the transfer pack. So we had a Game Boy emulation on the cartridge, and it was amazing. Pokemon Go got people outside walking again just to capture Pikachu and everything. And one again where I didn't believe the hype until I started playing it, and then next thing I know, I'm out here with my best friend, pushing my goddaughter around, hitting every Pokemon stop in Clarksville, catching Pikachu's and Pokemon left, right, and center, and even going out of town just to do Pokemon hunt. That's what we did on the weekends. We would go to South Boston, walk around there. We always was safe about it. Again, you have Pokemon Funko Pop. I actually got this one. If I remember, I got this at my con I went to, and I just broke his ear. This little thing, my little Pikachu model kit that I got, with Moose's ear, I got for my birthday this year. It's a lot. And Pokemon has been a part of our generation. There have been parodies of them. Robot Chicken did a parody of Pokemon. The Canadian CGI series Reboot did a parody of Pokemon in an episode or two. There have been parodies on The Simpsons, Family Guy, even songs featuring Pokemon has been in there. Like I said, Katy Perry did one for Electric, featuring Pichu. There have been tons of movies. I'm gonna cover the movies next episode, because of course next Sunday is Halloween. I gotta cover some of the more creepy aspects of it. You have, oh my god, this notebook I got has so much stuff in it, and I can't go through it all because I love Pokemon so much. And this coming from somebody that I've been a fan of Pokemon around the same amount of time that was Power. Power Rangers debuted in '93, Pokemon in 1999. Have said, "Oh, this is gonna be a fad. This not just like everything else. This ain't gonna last long. This is the inner Pokemon is coming soon." Here it is, 25 years later. Pokemon still going strong. Celebrating 25 years, we have Pokemon Oreos. I actually got a pack of them, I think a month ago, and have been meaning to eat them and have not opened them yet. That proof that I don't eat cookies that much. But it's so much to talk about with Pokemon. And I'm not gonna hold Lauren up because Pokemon I guess Lauren knows I know Lauren got things that she needs to take care of. But we will this is why I'm doing a part two of this because Pokemon has so much we have so much to cover with Pokemon that it's not even funny. So there will be a part two. And it's safe to say we're gonna be covering the movies, the music, because and a few episodes because Pokemon is so vast now. It's not just about the game. It's not about what you can do in the games anymore. It's there's so much. Pokemon costumes. This athlete was my Halloween costume for work one day, and I most people would throw away costumes. No, not me, because I reuse them, and I use it as a pair of pajamas or when I just walking around, want to be warm, and I just want to dress up as Pokemon for work, just for the hell of it. Who knows? And even Pikachu has parody as Deadpool. Hey, you have Pikachu. You have people have drawn Pokemon, the starters as different Marvel heroes. I know they did. If I remember right, they did Iron Man as Squirtle. They did Bulbasaur as Iron Man, for some reason. Pikachu as Thor, which fits perfectly. They've done so much in this world. And Team Rocket has even had its own thing. You can go out today and buy a Team Rocket t-shirt. And I love it. I have yet to get my own. I am planning on getting it eventually because that way nobody understand what it if you nobody else understand what it is. And it's just so much. Heck, I can't even explain it all. You have the kid mentors, you have everything out here. Pokemon food, Pokemon snacks, Pokemon music, Pokemon marbles, you name it, they've done it. And with them coming out with newer games that for the next generation of fans, I just want to remind everybody two things. One, the 90s were the best time for video games. That proves it. And two, just because something is a fad doesn't mean the fans won't latch on to it. It has a lot of things now have a cult following. Pokemon is one of the things where us, the fans, will teach our younger siblings and will teach other who will teach other kids, and we still got a lot to learn. Heck, up to now, I didn't know much about Pokemon until I was taught about more about the games, about how to do everything in the game, and it's so much that what can I say? Pokemon is a part of my life now. But I'm gonna end this episode because I made Lauren a promise that I would end it a little early. But Lauren will be back hopefully for next Sunday's episode when we do part two. And uh, I want to thank everybody for y'all for coming to see the show. Once again, I've been your anime adventurer, Brian Arbor. I want to thank my sis Lauren for being a part of the show. And
Thanks
you
for
will
letting me
see
be
us,
part of it.
like I told you, Lauren, you are always welcome to come on the show. All you gotta do is ask. And I also want to encourage y'all to check out some of the other Hanging with the Webso TV shows that's coming on today. With this being the week of Halloween, there's no excuse for y'all to check out some awesome. So I don't even gonna be doing next episode. I'll be trying to focus on some ghost type Pokemon because it is Halloween. If I don't
Mm.
mention a ghost type Pokemon, I'll something gonna happen. So
It's
tune
a
in.
perfect time.
Exactly. So tune in. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. I will be back next week for a new episode. And I love y'all. Peace, love, and gotta catch them all.
Mm. Bye.
Bye.